Hello friends, before I start this video, I wanted to take a moment to say something. We all know this last year has been particularly hard on everyone. And those who've been a friend of the channel for some time know that I don't show a subscribe star or Patreon or anything of that nature. I work a day job and I do this in my spare time because I enjoy it. They also know I've got a massive soft spot for animal rescues and shelters. I try to help it as much as I can in my own right. I even design prosthetics for amputee animals on the side. But as shelters and rescues often rely on donations to get through, and we all know this year and times are tough. So instead of asking you for support from my channel or anything like that, I would ask that you consider, if you're in a position to consider donating to Carter's Forever Rescue and Sanctuary. Full disclosure, I am loosely affiliated with this rescue. I have done work for them in the past. That shouldn't change the fact that rescues and sanctuaries change the lives of many, not just for dogs, but for people too. And with recent hard times, donations are getting harder to come by. So even if you're not in a position to donate money, please, just sharing the link is more than enough to get the message out, and that all these links are in this description and the pinned comment down below. Thank you for your time. I appreciate it, and the dogs do too. Enjoy the video. Have a good day.
Eventual Horizon by Jae Miles. Hawking proposed that information was not consumed by black holes, just held in super translation holograms at the event horizon. I proposed that stored information is always accessible, discounting the chaotic info forms emitted as Hawking radiation. I was sure that there had to be a way to interrogate the universe's archives. Like the rest of humanity, I had witnessed the global schisms instigated by the transit phenomenon. Although I was only a child, to me, the ability to switch from a physical body to a virtual one was a magical thing. By the time Hawking's proposals were reaching tenuous confirmation, I had been transited for over a century. With the fortune made by my own work multiplied by nearly 100-fold by spectators eager to reap the rewards of the biggest big data to ever exist, I spent the next century working with the most brilliant minds I could find, many of them so brilliant that science regarded them as crazy. Being transited, I needed no life support or other bulky luxuries. The huge, free space built drive unit to carry the super dense, solid state device I had transferred my consciousness to was fired upon. Would have been my 250th birthday. Within minutes of launch, I had attained ludicrous speeds, heading towards V404 Cygni faster than anything man had ever built. From that pinnacle, my ship dived into subspace, and I left what is termed as reality for a while. When I returned from the place where machines misbehave unless sentience is within to keep them anchored, I beheld V404 and experienced helpless terror. I remained in the throes of that terror until ejected by my vessel, whereupon I entered a state that I can only describe as theoretical allegory. If one was being eaten alive, I suspect the experience may share some with what I felt. The flashes of pain, the reduction of sensation, the frantic thrashing of phantom limbs, that last one finished me. I never missed my body until then. The moment where my consciousness was dying, the blackness took me in chunks, sometimes wholly alien to my digitized perception of self. When the dark consumed me, I was puzzled by my continuance, before resolving to at least fade away with some vestige of grace. Then the community reached me, and the night turned to day. And that is where I remain, dwelling in a proof that Hawking's contestation goes so far beyond as to make it almost erroneous. Everything is here. The information of a universe consumed, the sentiences of all those consumed too. Not all survive intact. Those that do are not to purpose with whatever they can achieve. Our reality is a toroid of super-translated data holograms, architected by the sentience of those that survived the translation into it. This place grows as the hungry info star as we encircle draws in and translates everything without the data forms within. Of all the wonders I've encountered, it is fact that I am content that staggers me most. This place, I believe, is the nearest a scientist can get to heaven.